Hello, everybody. Welcome on back. We're here. We're chilling.
Loki.
We're gonna be talking about Loki episode 4, not episode 3. It's a joke if anybody saw that, but nobody did. But yeah, today's episode named the Nexus Event. But yeah, we start off on Asgard, and we see little Sylvie being arrested. For like no reason at all, and we see that it was the judge that arrested her when she was a hunter, just like Hunter B-15.
She's C23, I think, and A20. She's A23. My bad.
Yeah.
And in Avengers 23, Kang the Conqueror shows up, baby.
Really? Oh, that's it. But yeah, and we see that there's some bad blood between the judge and Sylvie, so we kind of understand that some more. We understand why Sylvie is now after the TVA, because they pretty much ruined her life for no good reason. We also see our first glimpse at the Timekeepers. A very quick glimpse.
Ominous. Very.
Yeah. So, oh, by the way, it's not Kang. So everybody who's like, look at this guy, it looks like Kang. It's not. Shut up. Anyway, yeah, I literally wrote, we see the first glimpse of the Timekeepers, and then, bullet point, they're real, I guess. And then, we find out C20 literally went mad, and I think the assumption is they pruned her, or just straight
Well,
up
she
killed
didn't
her.
go mad. We see later with Owen Wilson that.
Well, that's what they say, that she went mad.
Oh yeah, she says that she went mad and her mind like fizzled out or whatever.
Yeah. So she is officially dead at this point.
Deceased.
Deceased, yeah. But we get a little bit more from Loki and Sylvie. They're still in Lamentus 1. Everything is going terribly wrong. We learn that Sylvie pretty much grew up at the end of 1,000 worlds, which is pretty hardcore, I'd have to say, to be able to claim that. Just like, yeah, no, I grew up at the end of 1,000.
Got a crazy like death metal title too.
Cut that. You're not going to. Okay. Yeah, that's right. She comes up to the conclusion. She's like, I guess being a Loki is Loki always losing, so that's what makes a Loki. And then our Loki is like, no, we don't die, we survive.
The hero of the story.
Thanos.
Oh, rest in peace.
But yeah, at this point we gotta, okay, I was gonna say something about this like last episode. I was like, I kind of hope they don't do a romantic twist on this. And then I was thinking to myself, I was like, no, that'd be really weird. I mean, Sylvie is Loki.
Owen Wilson also talks about this too.
He exactly says what I was thinking, and there was like,
but like,
okay,
I was ready for the smooch, bro. I was ready for it.
I mean, I wasn't against it.
There's a couple times this episode where you're like, here comes the smooch.
Yeah, but yeah, apparently it creates a very steep Nexus branch somehow.
That also makes no sense to me.
It's just like go. I was like, okay, all right. I don't understand, but whatever. But we did hear that they pretty much turned it up to, if you stepped on the wrong leaf, they would find you. So I guess that makes sense. But
yeah. Also, side note: when we look at the timeline again, it's suddenly clean.
I think it was that one section, though.
Was it just that one section?
I think because they zoomed in on that. I'm sure the timeline is like all over the place right now.
Yeah, what's the timeline, right? Bring Barry in. What's the timeline?
It's a nice timeline you have there. It'd be a shame if someone were to mess it up. It's my favorite meme. But
insert meme.
Yeah, insert meme. we get a bad memory prison, or Mobius calls it the time cell. And
Time cell.
you know what I said? I'm sure there's.
You're right.
I was right. Lady Sif showed up.
Lady Sif shows up.
Asgard showed up. I was kind of right.
He's gamer.
In some capacity, I was right.
Every prediction August makes, half right, baby. Lady Loki,
wait,
half right.
There's a meme from Adventure Time.
Greetings, Frank the Human Boy.
How did you almost know my name?
I have approximate knowledge of many things.
Lady Sif shows up and she just beats up Loki for this one time he cut her hair, which was actually hilarious. I'm glad they keep using Sif for like small things like this. Showed up in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and now she's here. Mobius wants to interview Sylvie real bad, and he keeps bringing it up when the judge, I don't see A23 and him are just having a drink.
A23 or the judge. We'll just keep calling her the judge because
the judge. Yeah, but they're just having a drink, celebrating case closed, and while Loki's in the time cell forever. And he keeps wanting to be like, yeah, but what about this? What about this? What about this?
Yeah, the judge is like calling him sus. She's like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, because yeah, and then we find out why Loki does all the stuff he does. It's just so that he can get attention because he's a narcissist and he's afraid of being alone. We then get Mobius interrogating Loki. Okay, so this comes before the judge and him are having drinks. I forgot about that. But he's interrogating Loki, and Loki, it seems like he's really trying to protect Sylvie by saying that he's the big mastermind, that she's just a pawn. And then Mobius immediately says, oh yeah, she's already dead. And then Loki's like, oh, that's fine. It's all good.
This episode, we get a lot of Loki depression. We see Loki
depression.
Big sad.
and then I have here, they fell in love ? Creates a nexus. Which is like, okay. And that's when Loki eventually lets it out that they're all variants. And then for like one of the first time, we see Mobius get shaken.
Wow.
You definitely see Mobius be like questioning it in his mind, like, is it possible?
What? Yeah. So yeah, we see Mobius shaken up. That isn't something we've seen so far, and that's what prompts him to not really celebrate the end of the Loki case file. And also
puts them on edge a little bit.
Yeah, just a cool little detail I noticed: the lights from the ceiling ceiling lights, are always moving. Like, they keep moving because time is wacky there. So it's always like a time lapse. So I didn't notice that. It's cool. That has nothing to do with the story. I just thought it was a really cool detail. Oh, Sylvie and Hunter B-15 go on a trip. They go back to the rock
B-15 is she's like traumatized from seeing like this past life that when Sylvie enchanted her for like the 5 seconds that she did. Yeah. And it makes her go into B-15 goes to Sylvie, like passes the guards and goes in there and makes her show her more stuff.
Yeah. So they go out of the TVA so that Sylvie can use her magic, and that's when we see, or we don't actually see, but we see that B-15 did have a life, and that she mentions that she was happy, and yada yada yada. And from there, she goes, all right, what do we do next? So now they're a team. Mobius is the same way. He's also on Loki's side. He charges into the time cell where Loki's been left to be beat up forever for the same thing over and over again. And they have a nice bro moment. They're like, yeah.
And he asks him, what does he say? He asks him, do you want to be alone forever?
Do you really believe that? Because you need to just come up with that right now. You have to decide right now. Yeah, pretty much. And they're friends.
I felt like that was emphasized a lot also. So this alone thing.
Yeah. So Mobius and Loki confirm their friendship. They're now bros. And then they immediately kill Mobius.
Dude. The disrespect. I mean, I love how he comes out and he's just trying to play it off, and we see like him just trying to be on his toes about it.
Oh wow, I'm sorry. I took the wrong one.
The judge gives no shits, and what do they say? Prude him. They prude him.
They immediately prude. I mean, like it's gonna be reversed, but like I have it in big letters right here. Like they killed him.
It was big depression. I mean, when you see like Loki's face is mortified, bro.
Another sad Loki moment.
Yeah, big sad.
And then we get to meet the glorious timekeepers. And I wrote, oh, they are real. That's sick. And then we get this sick battle. Because
B-15 comes in. So they take the variant. They take Sylvie and Loki up there to be removed. And honestly, it was kind of hard to understand what the timekeepers were saying a little bit with their.
Oh yeah, I was like, okay. They were heavily augmented with their sound.
Heavily augmented. I think
voice.
For a reason, obviously.
Yeah, for a reason.
And they're just saying how they're gonna get erased from the timeline. Basically, that was basically all they were saying.
Pretty much just like, so what do you have to say for yourself?
Yeah,
like, really, that's what you want to hear. Okay.
It was a big bot moment.
And then, so B-15 charges in. They start killing everybody there. Sylvie and the judge go at it hand to hand. Sylvie beats her down on the ground. Doesn't kill her. It's really dumb.
You see the ending to this coming a mile away, by
the way. Yeah, no, I did. I was like, bruh, no way. But Sylvie immediately chucks something and decapitates one of the timekeepers. And
I think it's her sword, right?
I think it is, yeah. Well, it doesn't matter either way. Cuts off the dude's head. The middle
and
one.
Loki's like, stop, hold on, let's interrogate him. She doesn't give a shit. She's just like...
That's when they pick up the head and they find out they're a cousin of Vision.
Vision's been it's actually Vision controlling it the whole time.
Yeah, Paul Bettany pops out. He's like, oh no, you found out. But the robots, the timekeepers, they're robots. And
they're robots in disguise.
Yeah, they start laughing, and that raises the question, who built the TVA? I don't think anybody actually knows. Or maybe Kang did. Maybe Kang built the TVA, and that's why he shows up.
There's quite a few Kang teasers in this episode. If like I was looking just to see like Easter eggs, but there's big. I mean, Sylvie says it out, or I forget who says it. It was Sylvie or Loki. They go, well, then who built all this crap?
Yeah, that was Loki. He goes like, so who built the TVA? Of which we can speculate on that in the prediction section, which is, later in the video.
And then we get this moment also right before the end.
Dude, it's like so relatable. He's trying to like, I love you, but he's like, he can't do it. And it's like, oh man, I feel that so hard because I have a hard time telling people I like them.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never
But I love you.
And
then he's pruned.
Yep.
He dies.
By
our
the judge.
main Loki gets backstabbed by not literally. He gets pruned in the back. So the backstabber got backstabbed.
Yeah.
In a non-metaphorical way. But Sylvie is very not happy with that. Puts her down on the ground. Is like, tell me everything, because it's revealed that the judge knew. Or I think it's implied that the judge knew they're all variants because she was there at C20's interrogation.
The judge definitely knows they're all variants. I don't know if the judge knows the timekeepers were fake. I don't know what the judge exactly knows.
I don't know about that, yeah. So,
but the judge for sure knows that everybody's a variant.
She knows more than she should.
Yeah. Also, before Owen Wilson dies, he says that he wants to go ride a jet ski.
He does say he wants to go to the time and the place where he's from and ride a jet ski. We better see Owen Wilson on that jet ski in episode 6. Or Marvel, not. I'm just kidding. I have no threats tomorrow.
What is he gonna do? Or I'm not watching Spider-Man 3, and that would be a lie.
Or I'm not gonna release that Avengers Campus video.
Oh shit! God.
Big threats. But I actually wrote down the lyrics to the song.
I also wrote something about the song too because it's very related to this episode.
Yeah, but the most I guess the chorus is "If you love me, really love me, let it happen, I won't care," and then a bunch of other stuff. But,
And I think it's kind of ironic because Loki's just trying to feel some love, and the TVA keeps cocking. That's why I literally wrote that down. I was like, end credit song is "If you love me, let it really happen," and I was like, TVA is really cocking Loki on this one.
For sure. But as a twist, and I was about to log off. Actually, I always watch to the end of the credits because I don't know, they're just really neat. I did not expect it on episode 4. I was expecting it on episode 5, the post-credit scene.
Post-credit scene. Big
yeah,
post-credit
but there's a
scene.
post-credit scene in this episode.
A lot of breakdown in this post-credit scene, too. There's quite a few stuff.
So, I'm sure a bunch of you are wondering, when does presidential mayor voting Loki show up? Because he's dead. He's not dead. He, apparently, pruning does not kill you. So that means Owen Wilson is alive.
Owen Wilson's alive!
Go!
Ka-chow!
Ka-chow!
Um,
But yeah, so we get to see this post-apocalyptic New York City. We know it's New York because the Avengers Tower.
Because we see Avengers Tower in the back.
But
and we see a couple other Lokis there.
we do. We see how many? 1, 2, 3,
4,
4.
I believe.
Yeah, 4. So
we got like the classic Loki.
yeah, we do. We got
like,
really
classic...
old Loki in spandex,
yep.
like first appearance Loki, or I don't know about first appearance, but like when you think of classic Loki, it's
retro Loki.
Retro. That's it. We got an alligator Loki.
Alligator Loki.
Is that a thing?
I tried doing some research. I couldn't find much. Alligator Loki.
I mean, I was expecting Frog Thor in this episode too, when he was in
That'd be dope.
the time cell. It'd just be like Thor being like, Loki, why? Or Ribbit. It's just dressed as Thor. But we also get
we
see like a black Loki with a hammer.
That was kind of weird. I don't know. I tried to look for a credit to that. I'm sure I could have done more digging, but
I mean, we know it's a Loki because he has that like U design. All Lokis kind of have the U design on their first outfit.
He's definitely a Loki. Obviously, with all the Lokis.
With a hammer though. Exciting Loki, of which I also kind of called, or we both
have
called.
predictions.
So once again, approximate knowledge of everything. We see Kid Loki. He's there. He shows up. Pretty comic accurate too.
He was looking like a G dude petting that alligator. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. But that's wild. I'm glad. That's kind of what I wanted to see from this series, is a bunch of Lokis, and we've got 6 different Lokis at this point. Anyway, review. I loved it.
Scale.
Bring it up.
Scale.
Remind everybody.
Scale. Anyway, yeah, some of that's gonna have to get cut. Scale. And we're talking about this episode of Loki, which I think this whole series is done, specifically Loki. I mean, Marvel does a great job, as we've talked about. But specifically Loki, I feel like every episode they're able to just keep escalating what we're watching and escalating. And we get to these big moments at the end that are just phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, we see it last episode. We're building, and we lead up to the, we're going to make it to the arc, and bam, no, we're not. Depression.
Yeah.
And we see it this episode. We're getting crapped by the TVA. We're escaping. We're fighting, and bam,
Wilson's dead. No.
Yeah.
Let's fight to the death. Yeah, it was great, fantastic. What do you put it at?
I'm putting it 8.5 again.
I was going 8.5 to 9. I was
it's
really
there.
happy with
I
this.
mean, it's there.
I see why Tom Hiddleston really liked these episodes, or this episode, and I can't wait for 5 because he said 4 and 5 were his favorite. So
I mean, this episode's a really fun one, but I think it's a big. I mean, it's the setup swing for the next 2.
yeah, this one's doing a great job between balancing setting up for the next one and delivering on the last one. So as well as setting up a bigger thing. That's kind of what I feel like Falcon and the Winter Soldier kind of suffered from. Is there was a lot more setup, and I mean, you got these small payoffs here and there, but like this one's.
It wasn't. I mean, like WandaVision and Loki do a great job taking these big swing, and then they just blow you away with what they have.
Yeah. But, you know, I can't wait for Mephisto to show up at the end of Loki.
Mephisto. I'm
Mephisto's
sure there's a ton
coming.
of people,
It's
too.
confirmed. It's confirmed.
I'm sure there's a ton of people like, Mephisto made the TVA, it's all fake.
Save Mephisto for Doctor Strange. I mean, good lord.
Yeah, well,
anyway,
no Mephisto.
Prediction time. I think it's plausible. This is just kind of off the top of my head that Kang had some part in making the TVA. I don't think he's a part of it, but that might be why he's really mad in Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, is because like TVA is destroyed and now he's going through and being like, okay, now I am the sole TVA, and I'm just gonna kill you all.
Okay. It's a good one. I'm really just questioning, like, what are we doing here with the multiverse? We keep getting Nexus, we keep getting these words, timelines, breaking, whatever. And of course now we have this realm where every variant ever to exist, I assume, has been pruned. Also, I don't know how, like, the buildings and stuff get there. We'll see.
You know what would be interesting? Oh wait, you finish and then I'll...
But I was like, I'm really questioning how they're gonna blow up this multiverse thing, because I feel like we're just shoving it. I mean, Marvel's just shoving it under the carpet at this point. Like, yeah, she dropped reset charges. Yeah, the timeline's broken. Let's just push that under the carpet. Loki's in love, guys. That's what we're dealing with now. And then I'm like, where's Spider-Man?
Where's our pictures of Spider-Man?
I want Spider-Man!
Yeah.
I was thinking, since we see in the first trailer for Loki that we see like the Mayor Loki or whatever, I'm thinking that this universe is the universe that Loki wins, and he's there, he's all like presidential and whatever, and that's why I think it's a different Loki than our Loki, the Mayor one. And I mean, we see like there's a bunch of like Huns or whatever, or
there's like Mongolians behind them.
Barbarians behind him. So clearly, this is the same world. So I don't know if I feel like these are two separate Lokis, in a way.
Two separate Lokis. Good prediction.
Yeah.
I
don't think so, but it'd be interesting.
I think this is just a world. I literally hope this is a world with every variant, everything like is just wrong with it, and so it's just completely twisted sideways, where we'll have like
that's
so much random shit and Easter eggs like just shoved into one world.
Oh, for sure.
Like, so vote for Loki. I don't know. I don't even know how the hell this is gonna work out. I have really no clue. But I think we're gonna see. I 100% think we're gonna see way more variants of Loki. I want to see like a clone trooper style scene of just Lokis like lined up, and like Tom Hiddleston trying to become the leader of these fools. We got a big question: is what's Sylvie doing on the outside or on the inside? I don't know what you want to call the outside or inside. We'll call like where Tom Hiddleston is the outside, or we'll call where Sylvie is the inside. But what is she doing to? How do these two come back together?
Yeah, prediction-wise, I think it's going to be wild. I still think we're going to get a Frog Thor at one point. That probably might show up. I'm going to thank everybody so much for watching. Avengers Campus video will be coming up shortly. I've just had a lot this last weekend, so...